What is up YouTube? It is Matty. How are you all doing? Welcome to a new video, a new series actually. It's going to be focused on LaLoon. Similar to do on the 3-starring with hogs, it's going to be pretty much attacks that are focused around LavaLoon and the different methods of it. There's a lot of different ways of deploying it. There's people that do 5 hounds, people that do quad LaLoon, precision LaLoon, precision being where, sorry, I'm doing a raid on my other account while I'm doing this. I've just found basically loads of loot. But precision LaLoon, where you take down an air defense and the queen preferably, or potentially even 2 air defenses. So there's a lot of different ways of doing it, and we're going to cover as much as I can. I'm not a pro at LaLoon. People ask me for LaLoon advice, I'm like, I don't really know. Ask someone else that's actually good at it in my clan. But I'm going to try my best to figure it out, start 3-starring with it more. Yeah, so anyway, moving in. I've got a couple of videos. I'm going to start it light. These raids that you're going to see are not here to be like, oh, look how maxed out this, look at all this maxed out base that we're LaLooning, and we're going to go from Town of 9s, Town of 10s, that sort of thing. So this series is going to evolve a bit. I'm in the wrong war. Let me go back. Warlog, that one. So number 15 and 13 I'm going to show you. And they're both by iSolo, I think, because they're both quad LaLoons, and I wanted to start with this in this video. Now there were some higher level LaLoon raids, and probably you've already seen them in the Emphatic War video. I think it's Emphatic War video 33. Covers Bao Bear doing a lot of some of the higher end LaLoons, and Callan does one as, I think Callan does one as well. So if you want to see that there, go for it there. But for now, we're going to just review these bases that iSolo's done, because he's a lower Town Hall 9. You can see his troop level. He's got level 1 hounds. He's got level 10 and 7 king and queen. So he's not maxed by any stretch. So I want to start here, and then as the series progresses, we'll look at some more higher end raids. Anyway, quad LaLoon. So what does he do? He picks a side, and he's chosen the top side, and he just drops, so he's chose the left side, look, and he drops 4 hounds, 1 max hound, you can see it there. Look at the size difference between the two. Sticks out like a sore thumb. And then basically just loon spammed the backside all the way, covering behind those hounds, and minions behind as well. Then rage spells down, 1 hound died on each side now. Oh, both hounds have died top side, sorry, because of the sorry, I'm trying to keep up here. Both hounds have died top side because the wizards and the CC came out and helped with the splash damage there. I'm just trying to find the queen. Where even is she? But it's interesting. Here's the queen. Look, the queen gets taken out most of the time by pups, or even potentially minions. Now he's just got 4 rage spells just to help the loons really spam into the base, and there they all go. Look, and that's basically it. Raid over. So the king and the queen are just there to pick up a couple of defenses that were missed in the running. You can see his queen. She's just about managing to get to the arch tower, but she's taking it down now. All the loons go on the last defense, and the pups are there to clean up. So LaLoon raids can be really quick. I mean, that was like a minute, and the raid's over basically. You know, this is, I don't know if it's a lot less, I'd call it less skilled, but it's a lot less effort is needed in this sort of raid, to where you're doing a precision, where you have to do funneling, you have to do, you know, kill the queen, kill the CC in the right way, in the right order, to allow your troops to go into there to kill the air defense. You know, it's not, this is quad LaLoon, it's almost like a spam. As long as you get the pathing right, and you get your troops to move through the base seamlessly, that's it. Now let's have a look. iSolo again, number 13. So slightly high base, closer to max closer to max defenses. Now it's chosen the top side this time. Now if you look at that, look at the spread of the loons. Now the loons are pretty much covering, how many defenses are they covering? Let's have a look at this. So arch tower 1, cannon 2, arch tower 3, cannon 4, arch tower 5, so 5 defences, and it means they're all going to come in from different angles and go different ways. So he's pretty much covered the entire top side, and it's just going to mean almost like a seamless push through the whole top side of the base, ultimately down to the bottom side. The troops are going to go to the expos, to the and then ultimately to the air defences and on the other side. So the way he's done it just means the troops are going to push all the way through. He's not worried about the CC, he's not worried about the Queen, because the pups are going to finish them off. Now, I think on the raids he chooses, it's where the Queen is close to an air defence. That helps, because if you think about it, the pups are going to... The rage spell's going to go near the air defence, the pups are going to be near the within the rage, and they're going to take down the Queen. And it's a relatively low level Queen as well. So I can't remember in the last video if the Queen was close. In fact, let's go back and have a quick look. So that might be a factor into when choosing to do these raids. Pause. So the Queen's between two air defences. Yeah, so the pups are going to go straight onto her basically. So maybe that's a factor when you're looking at quad LaLoon. That you can the Queen's near an air defence and you can just make sure she goes down that way. If she's a level 30 Queen, it's a different story, because the 30 Queen will just rip things apart and she's got a lot of HP. So, pausing here now, 2 hounds on the left side and 2 hounds on the right side, all gone in. Rages, the rage spell near the Queen, doesn't look like they're fully on it though. The CC puller coming out, the hound's going to pop. Let's watch the Queen go down. Hold on, let's pause here. So loons are moving through and they're going to start going downwards now. Let's watch the Queen and see what happens, and the CC. So pups, Queen's busy on the hound, pups are starting to kill her. Second set of pups in and the Queen's dead. So the Queen was killed then by pups and maybe a couple of minions. Now CC have just been demolished by pups as well. So they're really the MVP of this. The pups get in there and get it done. Now the hound's completely survived on that side. It's moving all the way across to the final air defence. Some loons coming down, and it's going to be close by the look of it. King and Queen on the... Well, is it both on the bottom side? I think King's actually dead. Yeah, where did the King die? Anyway, yeah, the air defence did survive, but he had enough sort of pups and minions left to clean it up. Queen's going in, she's going to kill that air defence, that arch tower. So yeah, it's not clean. It does require a little bit of back end work on the heroes, but at the end of the day, again, what's that raid, about a minute? Job done. So I think it requires a little bit of luck, a little bit of planning on where you're going to deploy. And then the raid's over. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for let's have a quick scout at that base and just have a look again. So the Queen's near the AD, so that's easy to go down. He can do a nice spread on his loons to cover quite a few defences here. And when they path, the ones near the arch towers are going to go to the mortars. The ones near the cannons are going to go to the wizard towers and the air defence. And so he's essentially making it so the loons have no choice but to get into those air defences then. And if you look at the pattern then, assuming there's a couple of Teslas in the core, they're going to go onto the Teslas, onto the expos, onto more Teslas here. But it just means that the troops are just being sort of fed through the base. And I think that's what you have to look at when you're pathing and when you're planning this sort of attack. So if you're... let's try and summarise it. For quad LaLoon so far, from what I've seen, the Queen's near an AD, makes it easy. If the Queen's low level, when I say low, I mean probably below level 15 or 16, something like that. And you can get your loons to path nicely through the base, then you're on, maybe, for just a straight up quad LaLoon. Now, again, let's... Oh, I didn't mean to click replay then, I'll just go on the scout. So let's have another look at this base, now that we know how it goes. So we know that iSolo goes in from the left hand side, and let's look why. So if it goes in from the top side, there's 4 defences you can choose. Don't know where the Teslas are, if that's going to influence it. And a lot of the loons are going to path, looks like, away from the arch air defence, unless he does quite a few on the arch towers. But then they're all going to go straight into that mortar and clump up. So it makes it sort of a bad route to going from the top side. On the bottom side, I don't know. Again, loon spread would have to be across the cannon, the wizard towers. one arch tower there. It looks like they might sort of clump upon that mortar maybe. And let's look at the left side, which he actually chose. So here you got the 2 air defences here, and then you got how many defences? You got wizard tower, 1 cannon, arch tower, cannon, arch tower, and there's not like a point where they're all going to focus into one group, and there's clearly a Tesla in that little hole there as well. So I think that's when you decide which side you're attacking from. Rage spell placement's quite obvious. You should need to allow it so that it can help the loons speed up, help the hounds, and potentially consider the queen. So if we have a look how he takes the queen down on this one, because this is a key part of the raid, because a lot of people plan to kill the queen. So the double hounds are in. Let's have a look at the rage spell placement on the bottom side and what he's planning to do here. There it is. So a lot of the pups that explode will actually be within that rage spell. So maybe we're going to get an explosion. There's one, look, and you can see the pups straight away are in towards the queen. He's actually used a heal spell around there, maybe to keep the pups alive and the loons alive while the queen goes down. So it's just, yeah, it looks like you've got to just think of the pathing of the loons, analyse that, and then plan on where and how the queen's going to go down, which is normally by pups and minions, if she's low level, and yeah, and that's it. Quad LaLoon. Hope you maybe learnt a little bit there. Let's look at some more complex raids as the series progresses. So yeah, keep your eye out for more episodes.